First off, I'd like to lay a little background on this. It occurred on October 24th of this year, and Officer Bell was on patrol and observed a vehicle leave the roadway and hit a culvert. You know, you see on TV cars explode. Well, it really doesn't happen that way most of the time, but this time when this vehicle hit the culvert, it did burst into flames and it rolled upside down. Officer Bell did what he was trained to do and reacted. Due to the accident and the size of Mr. Puffer, Officer Bell needed the assistance of these two individuals that stepped up and went in and they helped him pull him out of the vehicle, and we're thankful for that. I believe the Puffers were thankful for that. He's still in the hospital is the reason Mr. Puffer's not here. And I'd like to take this opportunity right now to thank everybody for showing up today, to show the citizens of this community that we appreciate their help. And without the citizens, we can't do what we need to do. And it's great that we can stand up here and show our appreciation to one of our employees.
And we're bringing him home today from the hospital.
His courageous actions in assisting a Conroe police officer in the rescue of an injured driver on October 24th, 2009.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. You saved my man. Thank you.
And the City of Conroe Police Department recognizes Officer Alan Bell for his courageous actions involving the rescue of an injured driver on October 24, 2009. Recognized Officer Bell's performance that night and gave him a sergeant's coin that night. Well, at this time, I'm going to present Officer Bell with a chief's coin for his actions of the night of the 24th.
At night, we went out fishing. Actually, we were having a good time and everything, and we were on our way back, and we just seen the car that was flipped over. We just stopped and just did our instincts. Just went over there and just tried to go help out whatever we could, and we're just glad that he's safe, that he's actually made it out pretty good. I just seen the Pontiac. It was flipped over and it was on fire. So that was the main thing. That was on fire and the guy was still in it. So we were trying to get him out. We were just trying to make sure he was fine. He was good.
What we were doing, we was fishing, to be honest with you. I try to fish, at least once, twice a week. And my wife was actually, she had gave us a call and said, you need to get back, it's getting late. Normally, I would fish till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But we ended up coming back home, and then that's when we witnessed the accident. We were coming back in from the lake, and we actually saw the vehicle, go up in the air and flip, and then we saw the flames. And we just stopped, and I got out and assisted the officer the best that we could. And then he was real hectic, real crazy. We wanted to get out the way. We got him away from the burning car, and we let the police officer do what he needed to do, take care of Mr. Puffer and all that stuff. Well, the car was on its hood, and the fire was in between the two tires, the two front side tires. And we initially, when we came to the car, we had to get the door opened up, and then he was laying on the hood of the car. And we tried to pull him out initially, but it was just he was in a lot of pain, and we were afraid to hurt him any more than what he already was. But then the car started, we start feeling heat of the car and realized we need to get him pulled away as far as we can. So myself and my buddy Nacho, the police officer, we grabbed him, we moved him as far as we could where we felt him safe enough distance away from the car. And then the officer went to his training, did what he normally has to do on the scene of the accident, and we decided to get out the way and let him do what he needed to do. And that's why we just left. Plus, my wife was kind of giving me a hard time, so I needed to make sure I got back decent time.
It's regular patrol, just going down the street, and I watched him drive off the roadway. And, once he hit the culvert, and I seen it was a crash accident, and when the car exploded and caught on fire, I was like, well, we might have somebody trapped here, so cut him out.
Well, as I said, he was coming home from a baseball tournament. He works with youth baseball, and it was, I guess, about 11:45, and he was close to home, and he said, no, I don't need to stop or anything. He said, I'm fine. The next minute, he fell asleep and just drove off the edge of the road, and the car flipped on him, and luckily that Officer Bell was behind him, and he rushed up, and then the other two gentlemen rushed down to help him. The car caught on fire, but he was able to work his way out to where these guys could pull him out, and they took him to the hospital, and the local hospital here in town. Then they transferred him down to Houston. But
what kind of shape is he in right now?
He's broken pelvic, broken left arm, which they've all fixed with plates and screws, and he can move his left arm, but can't use it to pick anything up, strictly just movement, and he cannot do anything with that arm for 4 more weeks, or he cannot stand and put any weight on his pelvic for another 4 weeks. But he can spin on his left heel, and we'll get him from the wheelchair out of bed to the wheelchair. So he's doing pretty good. He's an occupational therapist, and he knows what he has to go through, and he's pretty determined. So,
What do you have to say to these 3 people?
It's individuals like this that it just restores faith in people, and through their action, and through the action, through prayer and everything, that this man is alive today due to these people. And you just don't run into people like this. It's a risk of life to go to a burning car. These guys, they all got families and such. Yes, sir. You got to hold them in the highest esteem. It's just not too much.
After viewing the video, I think he did everything that he was trained to do and acted fast. And with good, dedicated employees like that is what we want here in the department. I think it shows that we care about this community. Yeah, risking his life. It's not something we do every day. But when it was time for him to do it, he did not hesitate. He did what he needed to do, and for that we're very appreciative to have an officer of his caliber.